Hey boys, welcome back to my spin bowling career mode on Don Bradman Cricket 17, and we're taking on Redcliffe here at Redcliffe Oval. And just something to point out, I know a few people have asked what stadiums these are and stuff. They do say like whatever the home team is, so let's say we're playing Redcliffe, it'll be Redcliffe Stadium or whatever they call it, or Brisbane. But these are just like default stadiums. So as you see, I mean, they're pretty big stadiums for like club games. Obviously, they're just default stadiums because no one has like gone in and made stadiums for every club team. That would be ridiculous. But, you know, you're playing like a different looking stadium every time, which is cool. You know, they got heaps of like different default stadiums, which is very nice. Obviously getting into like the higher honors, then obviously international sides will have their home side or home stadiums that you'll play at all over the place. You know, India, Australia, New Zealand. Every team will have stadiums that people have made. So we come in here with a few overs to go. Obviously, we're in decent form with the bat, I would say. A couple of wickets this over actually, so we have to sort of steady the ship a little bit. The run rate is going fine, and you know, in these club cricket games, it seems like 150, 160 is a pretty good score as the bowler there has just stopped some runs. Look at that bit of fielding. But yeah, like 150, 160 seems to be a pretty good score to get. You can usually defend that. And chasing it seems to be pretty difficult because, you know, they're club cricketers. It's not as easy to hit boundaries and that sort of stuff. But we're struggling here against the spin. Just looking to go for the sweep shot. Should be hitting those through, you know, cover, going straighter. But I sort of had the plan of going for the sweep, so I was just sticking to it. But this time we try to go for a little dab down third man. I think I don't know if I hit that. The keeper did drop it regardless, so, you know, we may have got away with one. We're 1 off 7 though. We're just struggling here. We eventually get that one away. We'll take the single and we'll hog the strike. But, you know, a new batter is in the other end, so it's not like we're you know, we're starving the strike of an informed batsman. But as you see, 120 still. You know, we're going along fine as that one. There we go. We need a bit of pace on the ball. That's what I like. In the last game, it was similar. Well, it was the exact same. I could bat well against the pace. Against the spin, it was pretty iffy. And in this game, pretty much the same, honestly. The spin is quite difficult. But I feel like batting against the spin, even though spin bowling is a lot more effective in this game, I feel like it is like more, I don't know about more rewarding, but it's better to bat against, I would say. Mainly for the fact that charging out the pitch actually works a lot better, in my opinion, in this game. So you can get to the ball on the full a lot of times and, you know, utilize that. But we get back here. 4 overs to go. We are, you know, 7 off 10. Old mate down the other end is going okay. And then we just chip it to the fielder. I was, you know, trying to just increase the run rate a little bit. I needed to get away. I needed to get a little bit of form, but, you know, it was a ball that really flicked off the pads. You know, it was a full ball on like leg middle stump, and just didn't time it, didn't hit it well, and that's what happens. You get out. So hopefully the rest of the team can get a decent score. But it seems like Redcliffe have started off pretty decently. As we'll look at the scorecard. No, he won't. Warner is 60 off 39. Garrett up the other end. He obviously just came in, but Warner is dominating at the moment. Hopefully we can turn our fortunes around. So we must have got a decent total. We probably got like a 150, 160, but it seems like they're going to chase it down pretty soon. So maybe my prediction for 150, 160 is not exactly what we should be aiming for. They are 1 for 85 into the 11th over. And this time Garrett, the new man to the crease, is going to hit us over point. I thought it was a decent ball, you know, ideal spin, perfect release. It was over like middle stump. It was a little short, but, you know, he's used the crease while he's got back to it. This time we flied it up a little bit, and he's just whipped it off his pads over mid-wicket this time. So it's looking a little dicey for us, honestly. And we come back here, none for 26 into our 4th over. It's not been a good game. Up until this point, I feel like, you know, we bowl very well. The odd game we batted pretty good, but our bowling has consistently been very good. In this game, they've sort of just taken to us. It must be a pretty good pitch, honestly. Warner here is 72 off 50. And Garrett up the other end is just doing what he has to do, just working singles, I guess. As we're looking to pick up a wicket, but he's just in fine form. We're trying everything. You know, that one's full on like off stump, and he just got underneath it, hit it over point again. Not much we can do really, and that is our bowling done. Not a very good performance by us on this occasion, and they win by 9 wickets. It is a thumping. We got 162. Well above what I thought would be a decent score, but Warner almost got 100. Garrett got 54 not out. We got none for 30 off 4. We put it back a little bit in that 4th over, but yeah, not a good performance. That's definitely our roughest game so far. So, you know, hopefully we can turn our fortunes around in coming games. But, you know, you got to expect that. The play is not very highly rated, so you're going to have the odd game that you struggle with the bat, you struggle with the ball. But we do level up there, level 5. We might be able to increase a few things here. And it's a hard decision, honestly, for these stats, because there's so much to, like, get into, you know. Because for the bowling technique, you got all the turn and bounce and accuracy, but then delivery types, you know, you can increase just your normal delivery. You can, you know, do like your wrong and your side of your top spinner, so you can really focus on one delivery. So there's so much to like spec into, and it's a hard decision. I'm just at the moment I'm just sort of trying to, you know, level everything out. Maybe focus on a couple of things later, but for right now, just trying to get everything up there. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Look forward to more, you know, spin bowling career in the future. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.